think I have kind of felt like, oh, I have like a masculine style, so I should like wear this and this and that. Like the past years, I'm realizing, oh, that's not really true, that like I'm not dressing like masculine. And I really feel like now I'm like rewriting it,
I'm curious, where did this thought come from,
with the
Ida?
masculine.
Yeah.
I don't
Is it
know.
just because you always wear pants? That's it? Like, you kind of feel like
No, because I don't know what came first. I don't know if me wearing shorts is what made me feel masculine or that I was wearing shorts because I did feel masculine. You know what I mean? The only thing that comes to mind now that it could be is like that I don't know that I always felt like, being tall, like I was bigger, let's say, when I was younger. So I think I've always just felt like a big woman, as in like tall and wide. So I don't know, maybe that has made me feel like I'm just in general, like masculine. But I don't know. It's not like
Mm.
I'm saying it now and I'm like, oh yeah, that's it.
That's
But
very
the
interesting,
only
though.
to mind.
Well, I think it's valid, though.
And it actually takes me to like part of the experiment, like with my workouts this morning. The workout was like, I don't know what you say in English. The workout that's like ballet inspired, Barre, bar.
Did you just say you did bar?
Okay, that's how you pronounce it. Yes, but on YouTube.
These are this is my work. I love bar. I
Yeah.
love bar. These are the best workouts ever. And that's why
Oh
I'm
my
such a good
god.
stripper now because I
Because of the
I
bar.
took bar classes.
I can imagine because when I saw your video, the way you pointed your toes, like I
That
literally because
extension.
yeah, because my toes turns into claws. Like it is not like a point. It's like like they're just, and I can't. Like I'm working on it, but like, I can't. So then I saw your toes on the video, like not to be like
No,
fetish
please
person
talk
over
about
your
my toes.
toes,
Please tell me about my
but I was
toes.
just
It's so
like,
hot.
oh my god, like I see, like this is your thing because of your
This is my
toes.
thing.
Where I wanted to go was like, it really made me realize because for so long, like I've been, doing boxing, all these like very powerful, intense, and in a way like masculine workouts. And I
Uh-huh.
love boxing, like don't get me wrong.
Oh, yes.
Yesterday, when I was editing this video diary, I was like, oh my god, like I need to go boxing. Like I need to hit someone right now. 'Cause I was so frustrated, but that's another story. So like I
Yeah.
still love boxing and like it has its
We'll get
moments, no?
into that later.
Yeah, exactly. But then while doing the workout, I was like, this is a very like soft, feminine, but still like strong, powerful workout.
The instructor that I use, this is something that she says in the workout, is that it takes a lot of strength to look graceful. And that's what I like
Yes.
about bar. And it's just like, it's feminine, but it's insanely strong and it looks elegant.
I really liked it. So, yeah, I think I'm very much just like, going into my feminine side where like I'm realizing now like all these like kind of masculine things and like habits
Yes.
I've been having. And now I'm suddenly just like, oh, it is nice to like feel feminine?
But it's interesting to me that it's almost like a power shift in the confidence because it's in a sense of like what I believe strength and power was this very masculine boot, like these leather jackets, like this very aggressive form of workout. And then now I'm understanding my strength in a different capacity, you know?
Yes.
And I think that that's so cool.
I was again thinking about this in the class today because one of my goals is to be more intentional, no? And then so Nicole, she's always saying, like the girl I follow on YouTube, she's always
Oh, I was
saying,
like, yes.
you're like, what am I saying?
What am I
Did I
saying?
finally gonna quote me?
My bad. It's the Nicole on
No,
YouTube.
not today.
The other Nicole on
The
YouTube.
other Nicole. She's always saying, move with intention. And then today there was this exercise. So you're putting all your weight, like let's say on the left leg, you're flexing the left leg a little bit, and then the right
Mhm.
leg, like you're pulling back while doing little pumps or whatever with your left leg.
Oh,
And
God.
then if I didn't think about my right leg, it would just fall down. Just like
Mhm.
naturally, I wouldn't even notice that it would go down. So then I was
Yep.
really like, oh no, you need to think about your right leg while you're like going up and down with your left leg. And then I just realized like, but this is like working out with intention because I had to be aware of my full body. And I was really just like, I
Oh,
love this. Like I'm being so aware of my body. And I was like,
yes.
this is, I
Yes.
love it.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh, God. All right. So week 2 of the experiment. You just found a new workout and a new style.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah,
getting in
we
touch with my
love
feminine
that.
side.
You're getting in touch with your feminine side. I
Uh-huh.
love that. I love, love, love it. This experiment has made me think so much about okay, actually, maybe I should set this up. So, something that I know we've been talking about, but I feel like it's going in layers is that idea of like, okay, what I think success looks like, and then what success actually means to me on a soul level is how
Yeah.
I feel, right? So I feel like my mind is still showing me pictures of what I think success is. And part of
Mhm.
me has still been moving with that intention. And then last night, just had like this vision of what I would actually be doing if I didn't care about what anyone was thinking. And a big part of that was like, I feel like I just want to spend the next few years like having fun with friends. Like, I was like making really good female friendships, hanging out with them, like going on trips. And I was like, even though I'm 30 and I feel like my focus should be on maybe finding a partner or getting married or something. I was like, what I really want is to just find some really badass friends and, like, enjoy spending time with them and, like, have money and free time to spend, like, with them, and
Yeah.
I was like, "That's something that I really, really want." Like, part of me is like, "I don't really feel like thinking about getting married or, like, having kids," or, like, I just not right now, and I was like, "What I really wanna do is just, like, go around the world and hang out with really cool people." That's it. I was staring out a window, as I usually am,
She usually
and
is.
the as I usually am, and the word came to me, and I was like, "Oh, you know what I wanna be? I wanna be a jet setter." Now, do you know what that term is, Ida?
No.
No,
No, it doesn't mean that you have a private plane?
it's part of it. So, according to Google, a jet setter refers to a wealthy, fashionable individual who travels the world frequently for pleasure.
Oh, I love that. Also fashionable. I love that
I
that's like part of the
know.
term.
The term originated from post World War II jet set social group and is now used broadly to describe anyone with a globe-trotting luxury lifestyle.
Wow.
And
I
I
also
was like,
love
you know
that
what?
trotting.
I'm just globe-trotting.
What are you up to?
Trotting the
Just
globe, darling.
globetrotting. That is funny. I
I'm gonna
love
be a
that.
globetrotter.
Ugh, I
Okay.
love that.
Isn't that fantastic? I was trying to think of a word for my lifestyle and like to
Mm.
be honest, like digital entrepreneur, like digital nomad, it's so unsexy. I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
It's way too vague for what we want,
Yes.
like, it's
That's
not.
yes. Like it doesn't tell you anything to me.
No, and also, like, we're not gonna be nomads, we're gonna have mansions
I
all over
know.
the
That's what I said. I was
world.
like,
It's like,
I'm sorry.
no.
And nomads, like, no. She owns several homes.
I'm the opposite of a nomad.
I'm the opposite of a nomad. I have plenty of places to be, honey. And this is the other thing that's been like in my mind is like because of this, I'm like travel has always been at the center of everything that I want. And so I was like, what kind of lifestyle is that? So when the word came to me, I was like, oh, honey, yes, yes, yes. But with a twist, of course, because I was thinking, I was like, okay, well, say I'm a jet setter, like, what am I traveling to? What am I doing? Because when I think of going to places like Ibiza or like Dubai or these really like luxurious places, it's not that I don't want to go. I do. Like I would love to see like luxury on crack. But tourism to me, I feel like I grew up a little bit different with my dad. And then, I always talk about that trip I took to Oaxaca with my university and how much I loved it. And we got to like go to weaving communities and I got to meet the people who make these beautiful fabrics. And like the day I got to buy one was, like, one of my happiest days. I was like, "You know what? If I'm gonna travel, I wanna travel and I wanna collect, like, the most beautiful textiles in the world." I was like, "I wanna go to these weaving communities, like, I wanna go to these artisanal communities, and that's, like, my jet setter lifestyle."
I do feel like, before when you've spoken about traveling, I'm like, yeah, of course, like I see Nicole traveling, it's not that. But now that you explain this, I'm like, of course. Like this is
Yes,
you.
absolutely. Like, that's what I want, this jet setter, like, I just come home with, like, bags of textiles and,
I
like
love it. And I'm really just like imagining
Right?
like one would come to your house and it's just like, oh yeah, this thing I picked up there, this I picked up there. Or
Oh,
like you would maybe like make your own pieces and you're just like, oh yeah, this is made with fabric I bought in India, this fabric I
oh
bought in
my
Peru, this fabric I bought.
god.
Like,
I would die.
yeah.
I would die because 'cause I've always wanted my own, like atelier, like, on the top of my house, so it has a beautiful view on the 2nd floor. But I just feel like I was like, "That's too much, Nicole," so I threw it in the closet, and I was just like, "Okay, well, we'll settle for the next best thing."
Well, I'm very happy
I think
you went through your closet and decluttered it and you found back your dream.
what I want is to, like, feel more connected in my clothing. What I want is to have something that's custom, to have something that's just mine, and
Yeah.
to meet the people who make these beautiful things
Yeah.
and
That's
get to
so
know them, you
cool.
know?
Yeah. I wanna say the universe is supporting. I don't know if you see, I have the rainbow on my arm now because my sun catcher suddenly just like boom, like lit up everywhere. So I think the universe is on board.
I think the universe said yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Well, actually, you're gonna love this. The universe is on board because I literally had a patient on Thursday come to me and look me in the eye and he says, "If you're not happy here, you should just quit. You just leave." Literally,
What?
literally one of my favorite patients. Never said anything like this ever. He always comes and talks about his cats, but then he saw me the other day and he was just like, "You seem stressed. You seem unhappy. You don't usually look like this." He said, "If you're unhappy, you should just leave." And he's like, "Just quit." I
My
was like,
God.
"What?"
Excuse me, I'm just like, did God just show himself in front of you at work? Or like what?
I
You
was like,
know? That is crazy.
who else could do that? I was like,
Who
that
would
is
say that?
wild.
No
I
one. No one would ever say that, you know?
No one. I was like, "That is wild." I've only had one other patient tell me I should quit my job, but I really appreciate it 'cause they said I was too pretty to be working there, and I agree.
Which is also true. Yeah, that's
But I
also
was like,
true.
"No,"
Yeah, yeah,
that's true.
yeah. That is
Um,
true.
but I was like, "Man,
That's
Ida's
so
gonna love
cool.
this." I was like, "Did she send him? Did Ida send this man to my office?"
Don't check my phone log. No, I'm kidding.
She knew.
Imagine.
But I don't know about you, but I just feel like this week has been like sign after sign after sign. And I know I'm a Pisces, so like I can see a bird like poop somewhere and I'm like, it's a sign. Like I
Yeah.
know I'm kind of crazy, but this week has been a little different.
I also feel like I've seen tons of signs where like I tend to see like repeating numbers and stuff, but this week I've seen like for example on the 10th of June I saw on my phone like June 10th 1010, like it was just to like the extreme end that I've seen so many cars with like, so in Europe or in Spain there's four numbers on the license plate, no, so like that
Mm.
all four numbers are 1111, 9999, 4444. And I've never in Barcelona, I've never seen that because other places I've seen it a lot, which I've also then been like, is this a sign I should move here? I'm not sure. Because I'm like, here I see all like like repetitive
Yeah.
numbers on the license plates. Also, when I was on my morning walk the other day, I was journaling and then this bird came and it was sitting right next to my coffee cup and it like jumped around a little bit and then it came up on the other side and it literally like it looked me in the eyes. I was just like, what is happening? I'm like, is this my dead grandmother coming to like show herself? No, but I was just like like literally it looked me in the eyes.
It
And I was
looked
just
into
like,
my soul.
oh, yeah. This one was like there for me, if that makes sense. Or am I going crazy? I
Yes.
don't know.
No. Well, I don't know because I am crazy. So
Exactly.
I don't
We're
think you
just
should
here
ask
like, "No,
me.
you're not crazy."
No, you're not crazy. It's so valid. It's so valid right now because I've also been seeing bird signs. Two crazy bird ladies. But these are all signs of what Gala Gala calls it this, but then what are their names? Abraham Hicks. There we go.
Mm, mhm.
Abraham Hicks. This is what she calls being in the vortex, like this feeling of being fully in alignment, or like, and maybe if you're not fully in alignment, that everything's aligning and you start just seeing things that make, and in my opinion, it's not so much that it's all angel numbers and like spiritual signs, but when you start seeing more of the things that make you happy, then you know you're on the right track. But if you're seeing more of the things that make you unhappy, then I feel like that's your idea that you're not in alignment. Like it can be that simple in a way. And like the vortex is essentially like just a tornado of your happiness. Like it's just everything that like you want to see, you start seeing, which is
Yeah. I
alignment.
love that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And it's so true, I never thought about that, but it's true, like, 'Cause, yeah, it's not like I see an angel number and I'm like, "Oh my god," like, "Oh." It's just like you're saying, it makes me happy. Like, it's just I see
Yeah.
it and I'm like, "Oh, cool," you know? And I move on with
Yeah.
my day. Like, seeing those things, like, they also fill my day with, like,
Yes.
fun and happy.
I feel like you're increasing your capacity for joy in a sense, or just your ability to feel it and you get to share in it instead of
Yeah,
just like bypassing it. Is that what I mean? Like, I
exactly.
feel like you're just not bypassing it as much as when you're grumpy.
Actually, I'm watching Breaking Bad, and in, like, the latest episode, they were, like, setting, like, heroin shots, and it's probably a horrible, like, yeah, comparison of, like, joy and heroin. When what I've been seeing, like, this week before seeing that episode, but now I just kind of made that connection in my head. But is that, for me, it's like joy has been running in my blood, so then it's like it's already there. So then when something happens, it's just like, you know? Whereas before, it was maybe, like, let's say fun would be in my heart, so then when something happened my heart would like start pumping fun, but now it's already like running through my whole body, so then like
Interesting.
my heart is just pumping even more fun or more joy, and then it's just like an explosion.
So joy is a drug of its own.
But I think so. Literally today, I posted on my stories, like, fresh flowers is my happy pill. Like, genuinely. I don't know, maybe I shouldn't watch more Breaking Bad, like, maybe this has a
Oh, I
bad,
love
like,
Breaking
influence
Bad.
on me.
Oh god. Don't get me started. That was my high school show. I had like this is another thing. I think this week I started remembering these little joys that I used to do for myself that now my adult mind says I don't have time for. And I think that's such a lie when we get older. It's like I don't have time, I don't have time. And then everyone else feeds you the same thing like, "Oh, well you don't have time for an hour workout, do 15 minutes. Your life is so busy." And I was like, I'm being fed that and I'm believing that. And I'm like, but is that true that I don't have that much time? Like, why? Like, that doesn't necessarily have to be true.
Mm.
But anyway, I digress. So, all this week, I feel like I've been remembering these little joys. And one of the things I used to do was like put on Breaking Bad and paint my nails. And one day I did like a full crystal meth set on myself. Like
No
all
way.
blue nails with like yes, that look like meth. It was so fun. And then one of them, because I always have to have one finger that's different. One of them was like I painted the little like chemistry symbol on it. It
You
was
are
like
insane.
oh, it was so
What?
fun. I know. I went to school with that, dude.
Did you go to church with that?
No, 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 no.
No.
This was pre-church. This was
Oh, okay,
pre-church.
okay, okay, okay. I just be like, "What? What is this girl up to?"
I was like, and I want to get back to doing these things that I feel like I don't have time for.
Yeah, yeah.
But I don't think that's true. You know, like
No, it's not. In the end, it's all
no,
priorities, and also just, like, to have, like, the mentality. Because it's true, I never thought about that, but that even, like, yeah, other people tell you constantly, like, "You're busy, you don't have time. In, like, today's
that's our
society, we
marketing
don't have
strategy.
time." Yeah. I
Yes,
never
you're
thought about
so
that. Now
but
I'm like,
why?
"Oh,
And
sad."
that is sad because I was like and I don't think anyone means it. But I think we're just reinforcing these ideas that we have to be constantly productive. It also makes me think like if I like, you know, the things that I do like or want to get into, like weaving or looms or sewing or whatever, these are things that take up a lot of time. And I almost feel like guilty for letting them take up so much time, even though these are the things I want to take up my time, if that makes sense.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
it makes me feel like everything I do needs to be efficient. Everything I do needs to be productive. Everything I do needs to be streamlined. And that can be true for some things, like we've talked about, you know, sometimes you need to streamline things so you do have more time for other things.
Mhm.
But it's gotten to the point for me where I'm like, damn, I just think my whole life needs to be this way. And I'm constantly thinking, like, okay, what's the most efficient way to work my day? What's this? Instead of waking up and being like, oh, well, what do I really feel like doing? And how can I really savor this day? How can I really enjoy this day? Instead of like, how can I package myself up today and make sure that I make something productive out of myself? And it's like, what?
Exactly. That is so
Is that
true.
life?
Yeah.
Is that what life has come to? Like, that's it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
And
how
I do feel like that's why it's so important, like for us as well, like in this experiment to like, especially because both of us do have this aspect of like wanting to prioritize joy and, have fun, is that
Mhm.
to then, yeah, like ask ourselves, what is it that we actually want to do? And then, like you're saying, like if like for you with all the things you want to do, even though they take a lot of time, but if that's what you want to spend your time on, then spend your time on that, you know? Well, whereas if it's
Yeah.
something you don't want to spend your time on, but you have to do it for whatever reason, then yeah, like streamline it or have someone else do
Mhm.
it or whatever, you know? But like if
Mhm.
it's something you actually want to do, like then do it. And I feel like for me this week, I made some journal prompts that even though I haven't been journaling every day, even though I wanted to, but I one of
Yeah.
them is like in the morning is like if like you truly believe that your only responsibility was to have fun, like what would you do? And for me, it's been like the other way around where I've then been sitting there like, what would I actually do? And I've kind of just been like, yeah, like what would I actually do? Like, I don't know. And I have tons of things in my life now that I enjoy doing, but I'm like, I don't know, even like if I love playing beach volley, I wouldn't play beach volley all day, every day. You know, like there's
Yeah.
like things I enjoy that like throughout the week I would definitely do those things, but not every day and not every minute of every day, you know? Where so
Yeah.
for me, it's been like this realization where I've been like, oh, I don't even know exactly like what I would spend my time on. So for me, that's
Ugh.
been like a process that I'm still, I guess, like probably for the rest of the experiment, I like I get to like explore like what would I actually
Right.
spend my time on, you know?
Like, I forget I
Um
get to do these things.
yeah, exactly. I don't need to, but I get to.
But I like that you said that.
Mm.
Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Work Week, he has such a funny way of saying this when he was like, for all of the like bitching and moaning that people do that they don't have time, they don't get to do what they want, they really don't know what they want to do with their time. That's like,
Yeah,
because
this
you
is
ask them like,
me.
okay, what do you do if you don't have a job? And they're like, I don't know. It's like, what do you do if you don't have a job? And he's like, exactly. You have to get back to that place where you know what you want to do with your time. And even I had that with my morning routine. I was like, what do I really want to do in the morning? When I had this vision of myself, what I saw was myself taking my time. And I
Yeah.
realized what I want is to take my time in the mornings. But I'm
Mhm.
so used to going to a job and being in a rush all the freaking time. I just want to take my time. I want to be slow.
I love that. For me, that's also a very big part of my morning. And I feel like when it comes to my mornings, like I have it pretty clear, like exactly what you're saying. Like I just want slow mornings. And so I think that's why too, like, yeah, I've been really loving like my morning walks and doing the workout in the morning because I genuinely like really enjoy it. And it just when I'm done with it, I'm like, oh my God, like I have a whole day to do whatever I want. And now I just need to figure out what is that whatever I want, you know?
Interesting.
Yeah, and because I think I've been
So
so vague, like, when people ask me before, you know, you always hear these questions like, "Okay, so if money wasn't an issue, like, what would you do?" And then like, "Oh, I would focus on my fun, like, I would do classes, I would do this, I would do that." Okay, but then what is fun? What type of classes? Or I would be like, "Oh, I would hang out with friends." Okay, like, what friends? That sounds like
which
I don't have
oh,
any friends.
yeah.
But, like, say my friends normally don't have time during the day, for example. So what am I then just gonna sit until, like, 6 p.m. and wait for my friends to get off work to see them, you know? And then kind of like, you know, all these things that have just been so vague and I haven't really
Yeah.
like gone into like the details. So then yeah, like having that question like if fun was your responsibility, like your only responsibility today, what would you do? Because then I couldn't just say have fun, you know? I had to like say something specific and then I was like, "Oh, like, what would that really be?" And then I was thinking, yeah,
Yeah.
like take a class, but then I was like, but what class? And then, I don't know what type of class I would take, you know? So now I'm like,
Whoa.
whoa, 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 whoa,
Whoa, whoa, whoa. What is fun?
whoa.
What is fun for Ida? What is
Yeah.
it that I really enjoy doing? And that's a big, big question for me. I was like, being a digital entrepreneurship, all this stuff, the podcasting is super fun, but I need to feel connected to something I create with my hands. Like
Yeah.
specifically with my hands, I need to be creating something because that fills up my cup so much. And maybe when we say fun, it's really an idea of like what fills up your cup the most.
Mm.
And that's the idea of fun because fun fills you up. That's the idea. If
Yeah.
it's not filling you up, it's not fun, you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah.
And for me,
Mhm.
it's like creating. Like if I create something with my hands, like that makes me feel good. I feel filled up and I feel so much better.
Yeah.
So that's a good question, Ida. Like, what are you going to do this week that fills you up? Or, like, what are you gonna, try out, I guess, or attempt? Do you have any idea?
So on Tuesday, I am gonna do a dance class, which I'm really excited about. I haven't been to a dance class in like, I don't know, since I was a child. Like
I'm so excited.
literally. Me
I'm so
too. I'm
excited for
so
you.
excited. And now I'm like, what should I wear? But no, other than that, I haven't, because it's literally like yesterday I was doing this journaling that I realized, oh my God, like I don't know. So it's very new to me. I'm still
Mm.
figuring out like what finding that out means, like what does it look like to me. So first step is doing this class. And then but this is where I mean, I am very like flowy intuition like guided person. So until my intuition tells me something, I'm probably not going to do anything different. And that's just how I am. Where like for me it doesn't work to sit down like this and like what can I do? I just need to
No.
like continue, and at some point like things pops up or someone says something and I'm like, oh my God, like that's it, like that's what I want to do.
Well, not to well, your strategy is to respond in human design, so you need something to respond to. You
Exactly.
need to put yourself in areas. So maybe this is an idea is if you put yourself in an area where they host multiple types of classes or
Hmm.
like one of these creative hubs or maybe an art gallery or something where there's just this creative activity, it'll give you something to respond to like, "Oh, I want to see this." Or maybe you go see a play and you're like, "Oh, I actually would love to take an acting class and like this type
Yeah.
of acting class," you
Yeah.
know?
Yeah. Which is funny that you mentioned, because earlier today I was having a shower and I was singing. I was like, oh, that's true, I was thinking about doing a singing class.
It's just,
So, like,
responding to her own voice.
like, like, oh, it's necessary. Like singing and holding
Oh,
my
yeah,
ears.
this needs to get we need to take this all the way. That's for
This
sure.
needs tuning. No, yeah, so that's also one thing actually on my list that I can
I
I
would
can add on
love
there.
to take a singing class.
I
My whole life,
know.
everyone has told me I'm a bad singer, and I'm fine with it, but I still wanna take a
Really?
class.
I
Yeah,
feel like you have a voice that makes me think like you have a good singing voice.
that's very sweet. That's very sweet. I think it's buried. I think it's just a matter of, like, learning how to use it.
Yeah, because it is a
Um
muscle in the end.
Exactly.
You know what I see like as a very attractive thing in my mind with doing a singing class is that, and I guess this is because like because I've always been told to shut up, like, oh, you're speaking too loud, you're yada yada yada. But in a singing class, it's like if a friend of mine took a singing class and he said like, so I was singing like, when you're like na, 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 like this, and then the teacher
Yeah.
has been like, no, like you have to yell it out, like open your
Oh,
mouth, na na
yes.
na. So I think that was,
Project.
yeah, that then I was like, "Oh, that's for me," because I can just like, "Rah," like roar, literally.
I love That's it.
Mira's gonna roar. That's
It is gonna
that's my
roar.
goal.
This is our Katy Perry era.
Even though my goal is to do like a Bruno Mars, to do like one of
Love.
his
I love this. I love this. Okay, so by the end of June, Edith's gonna do a Bruno Mars ballad. And
Yes.
then what I would like to do, because this is my idea, I was like, I would always wanted to sing, but I like the old-timey singing, like think Marilyn Monroe when they would like do the piano and then they would like,
With
like
the
you hear the piano, they're
gloves
singing
and
with the gloves and then they come out and they're like in this little suit with tights and then she like gets off the piano, someone takes over and then she starts doing like a dance number, and I'm
I
just
love that.
like a little cabaret type of show. That is my
Yeah,
dream.
that
Like
is very
that's what I
you.
want to do.
Yeah.
I would love to. A couple of costume changes and it's like a song and an act at the same time. Like that's what I would
Yeah.
love to do.
That
Love to
is
do.
really cool. I'm gonna up mine and say that I'm gonna do a Bruno Mars ballad, but I'm gonna be twerking at the same time. That's the
What's
goal.
the what's
Some
the ballad
grinding
you
and
love?
twerking.
Or someone who does with Lady Gaga that you love?
Die with a smile. I can just imagine me like, die with
Twerk break. Anyone else wants to sign up to the Grateful Bitch Cabaret Reggaeton mix, please
Let us
send
know.
us an email or follow below. Drop
Exactly.
a comment on what you would do in your act,
And
if
we'll
you were gonna be a
consider
part of the Grateful Bitch show,
it.
please. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll
I'm
consider your application.
excited. I am excited. This is gonna
It's
be a
gonna be
thing.
great.
I already know this is gonna be a thing.
Okay, well, now you're making me think. I'm gonna look for one other class because I'm gonna do another pole class, that's for sure. But I do wanna do one other class. I'm gonna look this week, and I will follow up next
You
week
will
on what I
report back.
did. I will report back, so you must come back to hear what I did.
Yes, you have to. You have to see what we've been up to, see all the classes we've taken, all the realizations we've had.
And I'm gonna play with my French too. I love the French language. I think I would look like I should speak French.
I also think so. You would look
Right?
very good speaking French.
Oh god, and that's my motivation. I'm aesthetically motivated, okay? That's also something I've
Yes.
uncovered. I'm like, if it's not aesthetic, I'm not
I'm
really
not gonna do
motivated
it.
to do it. Aesthetics are important.
They are,
Lean
they
into it,
are.
guys.
Yeah.
Well,
Speaking of visuals though, that,
yes.
everyone should go follow us on Instagram
Mm,
at
mhm.
bitch.begrateful.
Yes. At Bishop Be Grateful. Everyone should check out our blog video. That might have been a little bit of a disaster, but it was fun.
I think it was fun. I'm kind of
It
like,
was
I was
fun.
thinking it would be more of a disaster than what it was. Like, I'm kind of like, okay, this is fine. Like, I can stand behind this, even though it was a pain in the ass to edit, but it was fine, you know? So I'm like, okay, it can only go up because it wasn't great, but also like, it wasn't a disaster, is what I think, though. But yeah, so you
No,
should
but it
go
was
check it
fun.
out. Yeah.
It was Ida put in a lot of time and effort to edit it, and I think she did a fantastic job. And
Thank
I
you.
did not record properly for the Grateful Bitches, so I want to apologize in advance. I am
You
gonna do a
deserve
better job.
better.
You deserve better from me. I'm gonna do a better job of vlogging this week, and you're gonna watch a nice video mostly about Ida, and she did a great job. So please go
It's
check out
it's
our
Ida with
Grateful
some sprinkles of
Bitch.
Nicole in there.
Yeah, with sprinkles. It's fantastic. So check out our 30-day experiment. If you haven't seen it, we dropped our first vlog video. Like it if you're enjoying it, follow and subscribe to this video and this channel if you're enjoying it. And if you're experimenting with us, please tell us. I want to know what you're
Yes.
experimenting with. We both do. Like
Yeah.
we want you to have fun and we want you to be inspired to have fun. Because the more fun you have, the more grateful you get, bitches. It's just the
Ah,
truth.
it is.
It's just the truth.
It's the truth.
So we will see you next Wednesday.
Yes.
We will have a bunch of juicy stuff for you.
Mhm.
And until next time,
Be grateful, bitch. Bye.
bye.